Page 62, happy birthday to you. This piece used to be copyrighted. It is now in the public domain. You can play it just like it's written, not a problem. I'm going to offer some alternatives. For instance, in the very first two beats, you have those two eighth notes. I would finger those 2-1, so I'm not using the thumb for both. And every time they appear in this piece, I do the same thing, a 2-1. At the end of the first line, it's there. Second line, it's the end of the second measure. There you got to go up an octave, but that's not a problem. Play the first eighth note with a 2, and the second, you're fine. Then in the last line, the first measure, you can't do it there. They're saying fourth. I would do a 3/4. The left hand just has the chords, or broken chords. You can get those, it's not a problem. The last measure, they have tremolo in parentheses. That's just a note they stuck in there, okay? Normally, you just know that when they've got 3 heavy bars between notes like this, these half notes, that's a tremolo. And a tremolo is you're simply going to more or less shake it. You're going to play the 2 notes alternatively rather fast. I don't recommend just a shake, all right? It's like a trill. It should be controlled. So decide if you're going to play 8th note patterns or 16th note patterns or what, but play it rhythmically. So if your 8th note is, well, then you wouldn't do 8th notes on the tremolo. Try 16th notes. Maybe triplets. Or if you're fast enough, you could try 32nd notes. So anyway, it's this, and you just rotate. You don't use the fingers. You just basically you're doing. Now it's okay to do them up. The hands want to mirror each other, so it's okay to do that here too. So you're not playing the bottom notes together. I think in theory you're supposed to, but you don't have to. You can play them. That's okay. Pedals down anyway. I don't like tremolos. You can leave it out if you want. Just play a chord. That works just fine. Most people have heard this. This is the traditional song they sing for a birthday. Oh, and this is a good one to memorize, so that if you happen to be at somebody's birthday and they have a keyboard, you can. This is a good key for it to be in. It's an F major. That's a nice key. People can usually sing in this key, so memorize this, and you can play the piano during the piece for them. This is a good one. In the left hand at the bottom, the last line, starting with that second measure, you have 1. Go into the third measure, I'd put a 4th finger on that F, not a 5th finger, because you just played 5th finger here, and it's easier to use the 4th finger, and then a 2 on the chord. Yeah. Now as far as the pedal goes, you lift the pedal up so we hear a break between the phrases, right? And the last line after the fermata, next to the last measure, right? I'm going to hold that 8th note fermata, 1 extra count. 1, 2, 3. And before, well, as my hands come up off the keyboard, I'm going to lift the pedal. I need a break in the sound between that sound and the 8th notes. The 8th note at the end is like a tag. It's like just like a really short coda thing or a tag. It's just a little extra added on. The song ended with "Happy Birthday to You." It was over. And then a lot of times people will put in that tag. So that's the way I'm going to do that. Hopefully that didn't confuse you too much. If it did, I'll try and play it the way I just explained it. 3/4 time with a pickup. I'm going to give us 2 counts that we're just going to start in. Slowly though, because we want to check all the notes. There is a fermata in the last line, first measure. I'll hold that for 2 counts. And in the last measure, the fermatas, I'll hold the half notes. I'm just going to double it. See, the half notes are indicating 2 counts. I'm just going to hold them for 4 counts total. Okay? So the right hand is here, left hand here, foot's on the pedal. Here we go. Paddling is no big deal. It's the same as I've been explaining. I hopefully don't have to explain it again. Ready and go, and.